is the Pacific will form. So you have section A, the type of the will. So for Adam's case, he has opted for the conventional will. And then we also have the Christian will, but he has opted for the conventional will. So, and then section B would be Adam's personal details. So this is quite general. Just fill up his personal details. And then section C is Adam's domicile. So as Adam's domicile, since he's a Malaysian, we deem it that he's from Malaysia. He's not required. So if let's say other than Malaysian, for example, I'm currently dealing with Bangladeshi clients. So they do state that their nationality is Bangladesh, their passport ID, their identification ID. So you state that there. And then which part of his property we are looking at? Whole estate only in Malaysia. So for Adam's case, we are looking at his whole estate. And then executor. So this is mandatory, the appointment of Pacific trustee as executor. So there's no requirement of any tick here, so we just inform client. And then section E is beneficiary details. So Adam, his beneficiary would be his wife, Rosie, and then her age, and definitely the relationship here, and then IC number. And then his two children, John and Jesse, same thing. And then section F would be testamentary guardian for minor. So Adam has, okay, if you notice here, the testator has ticked the appointment of his spouse as sole guardian as first. So he has ticked 1. So this one tick here is considered one clause. And then substitute, something happens to Rosie, substitutely he would like to name his sister Alice as a substitute guardian, so another tick. So we have additional columns for any other substitute. And then we have sections G, would be specific device or gift. Here we look at, let's say his first asset, he wants to give his matrimonial home 100% to Rosie. So you just state the information of the house or the property involved, who he wished to give it to, and then entitlement, and one tick. And then gift or work, you see we have before it passes down to John and Jesse, let's say up here it's not only Rosie is up there, let's say there's another party up there. So addition to that, you can tick to my surviving beneficiary reflected up here. I think the subsequent asset reflects that distribution. So the distribution here would be 100% to Rosie, and then subsequent to that, John and Jesse 50-50, one tick.
Wait, you think the subsequent
Yeah, I think the next asset explains that better. So you see the next asset, he would like to give his house, his Pangsapuri house to John and Jesse, 50-50, one tick. So from this John and Jesse, he would like to give to the surviving beneficiary. Let's say John survives, Jesse does not survive. So John gets 100%, so one tick. So you don't have to actually write John's name here, basically. We already understood that you are talking about the survivor up here. Understand? Let's say if you specifically want to mention someone else, let's say John and Jesse, something happens to them, I want to give Rosie, then you mention here Rosie. So this is actually, we are reflecting to the parties above. Okay?
So the more asset, I think every asset is one clause.
No. You can lump it together. If you notice this one, an earlier asset, earlier one he gives 100% to his wife. This one he gives in equal share to his children. So the beneficiaries are different. If let's say both properties are given to wife 100% and then subsequently to children 50-50, then you can lump it together.
Let's say this person has 10 houses.
Okay. And all his beneficiaries are the same. That means the sequence are the same. You can lump it together.
Where is only consider one
Yes,
clause.
one consider one
Let's
clause.
say
Difference, and then let's say you got a testamentary trust inside. Some assets you want to hold, you don't want to give to the child, you want to, let's say, rent it out. That rent you want to give to someone else. Let's say you got like very tedious, mini stuff. Then we suggest not to lump it together because the instruction might not reflect your intentions. So if let's say very clear cut, everything I want to give this, and then after this person dies, to this person, all the property you can lump it together, become one house. It depends on how you structure the process. Okay. Okay, so he has no more assets, so this is left blank. Okay, this is the main part. Section H would be the residuary gift. So his intention is to give Rosie, John and Jesse, Rosie 50%, John and Jesse 25-25. This basically captures asset he has not mentioned in the will. Remember earlier I mentioned the asset list form? Let's say some clients are inclined to actually show us how much or what properties they have. They are very PNC. So they just listed out in the asset list form and just write it here. I give my wife 50%, my children in equal share. So everything is lumped here. So and then we just stick. Yeah.
In the will,
Yes.
there is no mention of what property.
No.
The property is really in the assets list
Yes.
form.
It covers everything from immovable to movable. Yes.
That means has the company has access to the assess list form?
Yes, the asset list form we will furnish to MSE, whereby you can actually give it to a client. Your client can update us, and it's FOC that one. It's free of charge. You don't have to. There's no incurrence of payment on that. So let's say in 10 years time, your client has additional 2-3 properties. Update us in that form. Oh, basically some I think currently I deal with just email. He emails me only. I have this property. Could you insert it in my asset list form? Okay, I manually insert it. It depends really on your client.
So normally in the will they have like this house address, this house address.
Yes.
So then this house will be this. So at another scenario also doesn't need to mention the house address. Just say that house.
Only when we are talking about this.
This form.
Let's say if you're talking about the residuary gift column, yes, you don't have to mention. Let's say if you want to specifically gift out this house to a specific, then yes, we need more information on the house.
This form function is for residuary.
Yes, bear in mind that we do require the information on the house. It's just that it's not stipulated in the will, it's stipulated in the asset list form. We still need to go and search, see whether the house is actually there or not.
But sometimes even though you mention the house,
yes,
because people buy and sell.
Yes, if
so
it's not there, it's not there.
Yes,
So upon that, correct me if I'm wrong, it's called an interim list form. Yes, interim list of asset. So let's say upon that, the list that we currently have, and then the interim list, we will compare. So because it might have 10 properties here, actually here only got 9.
Yeah.
One already he sold off already. So if don't have, don't have.
So if that's the case, we are talking about, can we just generalize it, movable and immovable?
Yes, the will, I'll actually show you how the sample will looks like. The residuary column actually covers everything that the client has in his.
Maybe in the will, they put residuary, to residuary beneficiary.
Yes.
But then they have another asset list. So the asset list will fall under the residuary. Right?
This asset list will help us if we don't want to miss out, we don't want the client to miss out any
Miss out
asset.
anything.
We don't want the
Future
money
property.
then lost, we couldn't collect because we don't have such information. Some of the benefit you also couldn't
Yeah.
So the asset list is not the legal
for us to
part
check
of
only.
it.
So
Asset list is
when
a checklist.
it's for
Yes.
us to check. If let's say the guy passed away, so we'll call all the beneficiaries. So all the beneficiaries will ask that to fill out the list of asset and liabilities form. So we also got our own list of asset from here. So we cross check. Let's say it's overlap, then it's okay, that means it's real. Hey, we found out list of asset got another 2 assets that they don't know. So we go and
Correct.
at least we get a
That means
knowledge.
the list of assets form we have to fill in also.
Yeah, yes. When we furnish you with the will, we will.
There is a list of assets.
Yes.
So
The list
who
of
will
assets.
fill in all those? Then the
If let's say upon the drafting time, the client already know I need to put this in my asset, we will fill it up. or maybe the client will fill it up. Let's say down the road, the client fills it up and then just pass it down to us.
From time to time they update
They can update us. This is actually catering to future properties. And then, so here instruction
So
is
meaning
to,
in your, as we pass a will to the draft, you also need to have the asset list form to attach together.
It's just
no, it's just
it's not attached to the will, it's a separate.
it's not
You
a,
need it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a legal part of will, but
No,
you
no,
need
no.
that.
It's just
If
one
let's
of
say
our,
without that being submitted to you
Then we just ask the beneficiary to put list down what are the assets they
in
know.
the future lah.
The future.
I will
You
show
can't
you
cross-check
the
You
example
can
here.
cross check because initially or probably it's like that, but
If let's say the beneficiaries they don't know their father got another 2 house, then
Yeah.
we also don't know,
Okay,
then just let out.
Yes.
This is the problem. And
So-
it's very common.
oh,
That's why we designed this method.
So this column here is mandatory. If you see in our mandatory, 4 clauses is already applicable to client. One of the clauses is for residuary. So his instruction is upon this he would like to give to the surviving beneficiary. So here one tick. And then this is other wishes. Bear in mind, sometimes other wishes don't have legal repercussion. They can just be a wish, whereby I wish my family to have a dinner every Friday. They're just sentimental because wills can be personalized. You know, it is the last wishes of a certain person, so it can be personalized. So we do cater to those other wishes. So he has wished that his wife would take care of both children and ensure both complete their tertiary education in local university. So let's say the kids cannot go to UK. So here one tick. So we do consider
Well,
one
like that also
clause.
consider one thing,
One tick.
no legal repercussions.
No legal repercussion. But you know, like reading out the will,
But meaningful lah,
yeah, it's meaningful.
The message of it.
Yeah, the message is conveyed.
What about, I said, they want the barrel brown, they want the what, funeral?
Yes.
all those
Yes,
kind of-
it's that, it's
Ah,
that.
that wish must be implemented.
And then also here for specifically for Christian wills, whereby you have we have our
Yeah
own
lah, after they
PTB
want to put the
standard clauses for Christian wills, or if the client has their own opening and closing preambles they would like to include, then you can just insert it here and then just tick. So it's not available here for Adam's case.
what make a will different from a
Christian
will?
will.
The Christian will got Bible verses.
Yes, Bible verses, opening clauses and closing. Basically, again, it's
But
personalized.
Islam also use this one, lah.
It's
Quran versus
Islamic,
Quran.
yes,
Yeah.
we do mention the sayings of the Prophet, his sayings and the Quran verses. We do specialize in that way. So we come to the payment mode. So if you can see here, these are all mandatory clauses: revocation, domicile clause, appointment of executor and trustee, and then residuary clause. So 4 clauses are already mandatory. And then the testamentary guardian, he has appointed his wife and his sister. So 2 clauses here. And then in the specific gift, he has 4 clauses: 1 house and 1 low cost houses, both with gift overs, so it's 4 clauses. And then residuary gift, 1 was mandatory, so that's already up here. So 1 gift over, so we inserted it here. And then other wishes, the local university education for children. So that was 1 wish, so we put it down as 1 here. So upon calculation, we come up to 12 clauses. So kindly tick the services or the product, which plan you are opting for. So Adam has opted for the will plan. So you tick that plan and then you just write down the amount. So the amount here we're looking at is 1,272. This is already inclusive of GST.
The will writing and will plan was different.
Basically, the difference would be the lifetime custody. Lifetime custody.
The will writing is lifetime or
Will plan is lifetime custody. Will writing is there's no custody. That means 1 original will is kept by the client, 1 original will is kept by the district justice. And then we move on. This is the payment mode, the account name, bank, and then the account number, how you can make payment, and then also the documents required. They are all listed here. And then last but not least, we would definitely emphasize on this client signature, date of signature and whatnot, and then also the advisor or consultant signature. So this is where it's mandatory on your end to have it signed off. And then if it was a joint call with Pacific Trustee, we will initial this side. So this one is on our end. This is the PDPA, and it will be attached with the client fee schedule. So it will be very easy when you fill up and then you come to number 12, then you can simply zoom in and see what amount you fall under. Okay, this is the draft for our will, basic will. So you can see here, this is his opening, and then his declaration of his domicile, appointment of Pacific Trustee, and then guardianship, appointment of guardianship, and then specific device on his 2 property, and also the gift awards. And then, oh yeah, I would like to highlight this. At the bottom here, you will have the witness attestation, the signature of when you witness a will, we require that you initial each page. So we have provided columns to make it easier.
So initial and signature are the same. Initial can also
Signature would be at the witness side. If this one you would like to initial, is okay.
Okay.
Signature also okay. But the back
Has to be signature.
and then residuary. So this is where it covers the whole asset, future and current. And then other instructions, and then the witness. Please state the date of the day that the witnessing is happening, and then check everything is correct. Have the client sign here. First witness, second witness, and then initial every page above. This copy will then come with the will execution checklist. Basically, just to keep you on track as to whether everything has been done correctly or not. The date of the signing of the will, insert the date here, have tick, and then the testator's particulars are correct, beneficiary's particulars, guardian's particulars if there is, and then 2 witness, please insert their name here as well. And then asset list details, whether it's required. Basically, this is just a run through whether you got everything organized, pre-planned. And then list of asset form you have attached together. I will show you later. And then whether the 2 witnesses have signature. And then what type of form, plan has your client subscribed to. Circle that form, plan, and then have tick. Your client tick here, you tick here. The reminder, complete will execution checklist must be returned to Pacific Trustee together with will, 1 or 2 copies at the case may be as per item 9. This one basically reflects to the plan with custody, without custody. If it's with custody, you return both wills. If it's without custody, you return 1. This is the list of asset form. So you insert Adam's name, his will card number if he was rewriting his will, and then the date. And this is all his particulars. Bear in mind that the assets here can also reflect whatever he has inserted in his will, and also future property. The properties he has not inserted. So this is how it looks like. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it will be the list comes with example on what type of property, what you need to, what information is required. So this is the asset list. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
I will extend all